Hey folks, yeah, I think I'm live. Hopefully all's good. Um, well, tonight I was gonna try. I hope people can hear me. People are typing stuff, so I have to while at work. All right, fair enough. Okay. Yeah, I wanted to focus on this point. Uh, I posted announcements. Yeah, all right. Okay, let's do that. Uh, yeah. Okay. Announcements. I'll do Control K for the shortcut thingy. Go to so many announcements. I guess I want that's the archive one. Which announcements is it? Party chat. Where's our announcement? Mega65. That's in public. I'm confused. This one, right at the top. Okay. Hey folks. I'm live streaming my attempt to install a new core for, what was it, 683 cart flash branch. Welcome to hop in to get a feel for how it flows. I'll drop a link in here. Okay. Okay, not the most glamorous thumbnail, but all right. So yeah, I've got some HDMI capture here of what's on the device, so we can see that as we go along. But yeah, that was maybe for those just to give the sort of layman. Yeah, I'm attempting to upgrade the core, but to what exactly? I guess I wanted to explain that with the Git commit history. Um, so you can see there's been a lot of commits, changes been leading up to this release 0.96 branch, and that's what's leading up to the next release. And alongside that, there's been efforts that lydon has done on this 683 cart flash branch. So right now he's merged his, well, whatever's in the latest release 0.96 into his cart flash work. And my hope is to try his latest and greatest. And but what is his cart flash work? I believe it's improvements. Well, it's two things. There's the cart aspect, and there's the flash aspect. By flash, I believe that's the mega flash tool. That's the tool when you power off and press no scroll and power on. You'll jump into this menu which shows up here. That's cart flash. And so lydon's been making a lot of efforts here to refine what you see here. And I think the cart aspect, again, I'm not too familiar with this, but I believe where he set like default activities. So like if you put in a C64 cartridge, it should default power up to the C64 core, or you put in a mega65 cartridge, go to the mega65, so on. So I think that's what that aspect of interest is there. But there could be more to it than that. I'm not that familiar with it. Um, so yeah, maybe where to begin, where to grab these core files. So yeah, maybe let's go back to Discord and apology, I probably won't see if anybody's putting messages in YouTube. I don't have any particular habit of checking messages, but I'll try. Yeah. So the particular channel of interest on the Discord channel where we keep up to date with how this release 0.96 is going is this one. And lydon is pinning the posts with the latest information on the latest build he's got. So I'm just going to click on that pin and go to jump here, this jump link. And so he's got information here, heads up, testers, get your core right here. So you can click on right here, visit the site. That'll take you there. And yeah, you could download this depending on which device you got. The R3 is, I think, what most of us have out there. Um, these future ones are for the upcoming batch release this year. For the lucky people getting it this year. So I've already downloaded this one, but what the hell, let's download it again. Just so you see it getting retrieved. It downloads here. I'll open it up. It's a .7 zip file. And you can look inside here, and in the main folder of it there's a .bit file, a .core file and a .mcs file. I believe of interest are these two. So I've just sort of dragged these out. I think I've got a bitstream folder where I'm sort of accumulating these things, and I've just dragged them out here, and they're already here. I believe this latest one, the git hash is E7E8 and E7E8. But yeah, I just wanted to read Ludon's instructions. I guess he had certain ways he wanted to update this. There's aspects he wants tested for the changes he's made since the last build, but I think I'm not mentally up to that yet. I need to go to his first test post. He mentioned his first test post down here. I think I'm mentally at this state very early on. And here he had sort of some procedures to try for non-JTAG users and JTAG users. On a previous night I tried this pathway. I guess for those unfamiliar with this, maybe I should try this pathway too, because maybe, I don't know if most, but yeah, I think most people don't have the JTAG. Oh, when I say JTAG, yeah, maybe some people even don't know what the hell is the JTAG. I think I had a page open already here. What is this JTAG? This JTAG was, a special add-on board you could purchase for your mega65. So you'd open it up, you'd take a look at this sort of corner over here next to the network connection. There's this pin header here, and you plug in this JTAG board that would provide you this USB connection that can go to your PC. And in the past, that was the sole way we used to use to sort of communicate between the PC and the mega65, whatever, transfer files across here with the FTP tool, or push bit streams across via the M65 tool. Yeah, that was the pathway we used to take. In more recent times, Kibo has worked on the network pathway, and that's improved a lot. So yeah, I think for most people, they won't have this JTAG adapter, so probably Ludon's instructions on the no JTAG path are probably of more interest. So I think that's the no JTAG path. And okay, we can go through this. Put core file on SD card. So maybe you can now use a core folder, no S at the end, not cores, not plural, just single core. Let's see. Any audio? Okay, all right. And use old flasher to flash this. I've already. Oh yeah, what does old flasher and new flasher mean? I guess there's the original version of the tool made by Paul, and Ludon's made a lot of updates to it. Distinguishing between the two, maybe that's worth looking at. I don't know. On this channel, I had some posts where I put like photo pictures of. I don't know if it can see my old pictures back there, or if I can scroll back to them. Basically, if I go back to here, maybe I've got full screen. Ludon's new Mega Flash tool, if it's got these sort of pointy arrows, then it's the new one, and the old one didn't have those. And probably these instructions say, to edit a slot control 1, 7. If I were to do that in his new tool, so control 1, let's say, this all looks very different. It's a bit more sophisticated here, all these special flags to turn whatever these things. Again, my head's not up to speed with this stuff, but I believe it's related to which defaults to the C64 cartridge or Mega 65 cartridge, which core goes to which. I'll just abort that, run stop on the Mega 65. But yeah, these instructions for if you don't have these sort of arrows in your Mega Flash menu, then these were sort of how to upgrade to get the up to date with this sort of stuff on his cart flash branch. So yeah, but let's do this because I think most people out there, this is the more useful pathway because they don't have JTAG. So put the core on the SD card. I tend to do that. You could unplug the SD card from your machine, and that's one way to do it. This file that you've that bitstream one, yeah, you could just drop that core file and do it that way. But what I tend to do is use the mega65 FTP tool. And maybe if you don't have that or aren't familiar with that, maybe we should get familiar with that. I tend to get it from actually no, since the file host, this files.mega65.com, .org is a common part. I'm wondering if we were to search for mega65 tools here or something, that should uh, tools, release package, Linux, Mac. I guess there was a Windows one for. I'm wondering if these just point to the Jenkins builder, but let's see. I was hoping to see a Linux one. So inside here are tools like mega65 FTP, the M65 tool, and other various other tools. And right now, release, please report bugs to here. What's the download? Are they taking? Oh, they're taking it to. Oh, I don't trust that one. That might be old then. No. Okay, I'm going straight to the builder, the Jenkins builder. So this is at builder mega65.org. I go to the base here. So you can see cores are building on this item here, ROM's building here, mega65 tools, or yeah, so that's the tool, the FTP tool is in here. I think I should go to master. I'll see if anybody in the chat tells me otherwise. Nope. Okay, I'm taking the one from master. So if you're not familiar with Jenkins, maybe I just guide you through here. Every time a team member is changing a piece of the code, so they make a commit, a change to the code, and that shows up as one of these build items on the left here. So build number 12, build number 13. And so the idea being that Jenkins will automatically grab their changes, so retrieve them from the version control, and I guess attempt to build, and hopefully the build succeeds. But if it doesn't, at least we get some feedback that their change broke something. Maybe their change they worked for Linux but broke it for Windows. And so yeah, we get some sort of a early detection of these things, and also it becomes a way to always get the latest of the final produced executable as these what they call the build artifacts. So if you want the latest and greatest, this build 16 of the tools, you can always find it at the top of this page, you know, with this mega65 tool. The last successful artifacts are Linux or Windows here. I could pick the Windows one in here. If for whatever reason you wanted an older version of the tools, you could jump back, let's say, to build 11. And if you wanted that older version of the tools from August 15th, for whatever reason, you could download this 7-zip file instead. But no, we'll go back and we'll get the latest. When it says last successful artifacts, that means whatever's at the top of this build list here, currently 16. If later on 17 comes, then that successful artifacts will be number 17 build. Okay, so you would grab for Windows or Linux, whatever you prefer, click on that, it'll download. I won't do this right now, but this is just to show for those you download that want to grab the tools. Yeah, you so open up in 7-zip, the 7-zip file, go inside here. And yeah, these are all the tools. Dump these somewhere if you like in your path or in some folder you're aware of. And yeah, mega65 FTP tool is here. And I'm going to use it to push the core file onto the SD card rather than take my SD card out. So yeah, how to use it. All right, for me, I've dropped it in my downloads folder, the latest. And there's a way to use this with JTAG or without over the Ethernet. I'm going to use it the Ethernet way, which maybe I'll guide you to a page which has more information on that. So in case you want to take that path on our wiki, there should be a page which is at mega65 atlassian.net. Search for Ethernet and we'll get Ethernet tools. And yeah, this page can walk you through what that's all about. And yeah, basically it is your PC here, your network here, and connecting your mega65 to the network and then using the tools like that across the network. So if you're ready to set up your machine like that, you're ready to go with this mega65 FTP tool. If for whatever reason you don't have this sort of opportunity to use a network cable, like an Ethernet cable, because you're on Wi-Fi and your mega65 is too far away from your router, there is an option to use this Wi-Fi bridge from memory. This is what I'm using right now. I've purchased one of these sort of it's got a sort of Wi-Fi to Ethernet sort of bridging thing. And yeah, that one's working fine for me. I've shown steps on how to configure that. And yeah, that's what I'm using today and well, every day since. So yeah, that if you want to set something like that at home for a quick sort of transfer, yeah, that's great. So yeah, I've got that all set up linkage wise on my network at home. So I'm going to call the mega65 tool, which you might have to, and I use this -e. Ah, okay, Ludon's typing something. All right, maybe I'll have a look at what he's typing. Oh, something's on the way. All right, I'll keep that in the background. So I'm going to also put the this up as well. Um, One thing you can't see for me is when you use this tool on your Mega65 side, you need to press a special key combination to enable this Ethernet, which is Shift and the pound key. When you do that, your LED flashes. I wish I could have shown you this. I haven't got a camera to point it. Can't write in the YouTube. I had use graph mysterious. So I write here if you start. Oh, thank you, Ladon. All right. So okay, I'm going to do this. Mega65 FTP -E. All right, let's do it. And hopefully, sometimes it doesn't work first go, or maybe it won't work while the core's open. I'm sorry, the mega flash is open. Right, I'm going to reset and try when it's just at the. Oh yeah, it needs the command line probably. Yes, yeah, sorry. So I'll do Shift and the pound key, and I'm going to do the mega65 FTP -E, and we're connected. Oh, nope, it choked. Try again. Maybe it's struggling because I'm streaming at the same time. Maybe it's sort of choking the network at home when I do this. Well, if that's the case, I mean, this would normally work fine for me if I wasn't streaming, I imagine. But let's try again. Maybe I'll get lucky. Oh, I have to do the shift pound again. Oh, yes, I'm in. Whoopee. All right, so just to have a look at on the Mega65 side, when the Ethernet enabled Mega65 FTP has worked, it'll push this um, helper program onto the Mega65 side to listen in on what you want to do. So I can do dir here. So I'm at this. Maybe I should make the font bigger to make it a bit readable. It's got this. This is the where we are. We're on the root here of the SD card. If I do dir, I can see the root folder contents of the SD card. And if I'm curious about where I am in the context of my sort of local machine, I can do like a local dir, and I'm in that bitstreams folder. I can do lpwd. This is the folder I'm my local folder, and if I do pwd, it tells me I don't have a pwd. Sorry, I can only rely on that. I'm on the root. Just trust me on that. So I want to push this 683 cart flash. I believe it's this one. But let me confirm. Bitstreams E7, E8, that's the one. Okay, so let's go back to the pin post. Pin, jump back. That's the what to test for the this build compared to the last one, which I'm not mentally up to. I'm going to go to the first test post, and I'm going to go to the Node.js tag pathway first. So I put the core file on the SD card. So I know that I want to put this core file on. I'm going to grab that and I'm going to type put that core file. I'll paste it there, and maybe so we can watch how nice and quick this is. I'm going back to the camera view here. Maybe I'll just shrink this down a little bit so we see both at the same time. All right, I'm pressing enter. All right, off it goes. I think it's about 8 megabytes worth, so that's 1 megabyte. And this is, yeah, much faster than the JTAG days, so, which that's pretty awesome. Oh, maybe Lidon's going to say I shouldn't have pushed it here and put it in the core folder. Let's see. Have I preempted this? Type something. Let me jump back. You could test bring up version. Okay, maybe I'm just not familiar with that one. Okay. Yep, I gotcha. Yeah, I think I haven't got my head around it, so I'll just do this no JTAG way. Maybe I'll try and bring up after with a JTAG, so folks with JTAG, and might try to get myself familiar with it. But this time around, all right. So that okay. So now if I do dir, hopefully, oh, it's all in. Maybe if I just do the core files, yeah, I can see this core file has landed on the SD card. And so we have done. Oh, back to the first test post. We have done this first step. We've put a core file on the SD card. I know it's probably taken 15 minutes to get here, but apologies. Use an old flasher to flash this core to slot 1. I'm not in the position to do that anymore because I did that a few days ago. I had an old version of the core in slot 0, but that's okay. So, but let's do this. Start with no scroll and slot 0. Okay. So I'm going to show my camera view again. So power off, and I'm going to do no scroll and power on. All right. So I think the intention of this was for people that didn't have this new menu yet with the pointy arrows. So start with press 1 and immediately hold down the no scroll to land on. Oh, I've missed it. Okay, use alt flash to flash this. All right, yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, it's hard to convey what this meant, but in the old flasher, yeah, that's my mistake. Yeah, it's hard to convey it. We would have gone to this core slot 1, control 1. It would have shown the old style of information here, but it doesn't. The old way of flashing the core from this point onwards. And yeah, this step was to say, yeah, I can't convey this terribly well anymore. We might have old pictures in the old manuals though. Yeah, if I've got an old copy of the manual lying about, yeah, I can convey this. I think I probably would have lots of copies of the manual. Maybe I just search for mega65 and a bit older because I think I downloaded Dan's latest mega65 book. I'll go, yeah, that's probably a bit older. And if we were to go to, there's probably a chapter on flashing hardware. Where would it be again? Hey, this cores and flashing. Okay, selecting a core, installing other cores. Was there upgrading? Yeah. And I was hoping there'd be screenshots I could show you of what the old process. Yeah, here's the old process. Yeah, here's what the old menus look like. See, there's no pointy arrows or anything like that. And once you do the control 1 or control 2 to do the flashing, it'll take you installing upgrade to some menu where you pick the cores. Pretty simple compared to what it looks like now. You pick one of these core files and it immediately start the flashing process. So yeah, what that step on Discord previously was trying to say, it's for people with this old menu system to bring up their slot 1 to be more like Ludon's new system. I think Ludon's typing more stuff here. It'll be hard to keep up. Yeah, I gotcha. Yep, agree. I don't have to do this. I'm just saying this for educational purposes. Yeah, I I feel like I should have streamed this when I had the 0.94. Maybe someone else can stream it with the 0.95 core and do this better. And yeah, but anyway, all the same, hopefully I at least talk people through some sort of sense of what it will look like for them and how it will change after it's done. So yeah, old flasher looks like what was in these old screenshots, and many of you still have this on your slot 0 and slot 1. And after you update to slot 1, which maybe I'll do now, going back to Discord. Sorry for all the back and forth. So I'm using new flasher to flash this core. Yeah, I think this is better conveyed by somebody else that's got the 0.95 core. It's hard for me to convey all this trickery. Yeah. Nonetheless, I'll do what I can. I'll bring this up. I'm going to go back, run stop, go back here. But let's pretend I had that old Mega Flash menu and I've updated slot 1 to be the new 0.96, as is the case here. So the next step is saying start with boot up. So power off, power on. With the no scroll, we get to this menu. So use Alt Flasher with, alright, start with no scroll, slot 0. And maybe what they said, the help key can confirm we're on slot 0 here. Yeah, slot 0 version, run stop. And after that, press 1 immediately, hold down null scroll to land on slot 1 Mega Flash. Gotcha. So the idea being to pick this slot 1, your new 0.96, but the minute you press 1 or enter key or return key, press no scroll straight away again. So I'll do that, no scroll, and enter. And hopefully it comes back to the menu of slot 1. So we're in Mega Flash menu now. If I press the help key now, we're seeing this one says it is, where's my, oh, it still says slot 0. Oh, boot slot, maybe I'm reading the wrong thing. I was hoping this would say slot 1 version. Maybe I'm mistaken. If I do 1, no scroll. Try again. So this one, if I press help key, it still says slot 0 version. Maybe it's this line underneath. Maybe I go back and do it from 0 this time. If I do 0, enter and no scroll, hold down no scroll. Okay, if I check the help key on this one, okay, I'm confused then. Maybe I'll go down, jump to present, maybe lydon can fill me in. Okay, I don't need to do the trickery, it always shows slot 0. You need to compare Mega Flash and slot 0 version to see. But as you have the same in 0 and 1, you see no difference. Oh, okay. So maybe it's more. Yep, I gotcha. I see. So, yeah, I won't be in the position to compare, but you guys from 0.95 will be. So it's okay. I guess you guys can make videos. Show me the transition from 0.95 to 0.96. So going back to the first test post down here. So I don't have to do the trickery, but you guys on 0.95 will. And once you do have the new core, this pathway was hoping to give you guys an opportunity to update slot 0, because you know slot 0 is a little bit more protected than the others. And now there's this mega comma approach to flashing slot 0. And so what that means is you hold down the mega key and press comma. And if I were to do that, mega key and comma, you're about to replace slot 0. You get this ominous warning. If this process fails, or your mega could be soft brick, you can use the JTAG recovery procedure. Wait, or the hope is that slot 1 is still okay. So even if you trash slot 0, slot 1 will be okay, and you can then salvage slot 0 from there. Yeah. And if you're unsure of any of this, please talk to us first. Yep. So then you type confirm to say you're willing to proceed with this. See, all in capitals. So hold down the shift key, confirm, all coming down there. I'll press return. Okay. So mega comma got us this far. Yep. And so now our aim is to flash slot 0. And so yeah, this isn't an activity we'll do terribly often, flashing slot 0, but there'll be times in the community where we say, yeah, it's time to update slot 0. You know, here's a formal release where some issues with slot 0 need to be repaired, and please do update slot 0. So yeah, it's only for occasions like that. But because I'm more of a developer mindset, I don't mind doing it willy-nilly and paying the price and repairing things. I'm going to just demonstrate doing slot 0. So it's F3 to load core. Scan through. Oh, okay. Failed to read core file header. Oh, what have I done wrong? Couldn't find anything. Maybe I should. Oh, it's in directory core. Ah, can I get out of directory core? Maybe F7 for directory, huh? Ah, okay, now it's in directory. Because I created a core folder recently and I didn't populate it. All right, gotcha. So now it's in directory root. Okay, so if I press F7, it's going to directory core. And if I press F7 again, directory root. And so the file I've got is in directory. Okay, gotcha. So, and probably if I hadn't created a core directory, I wouldn't be seeing the core. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to select that one. I've only got one in my SD card right now, so I'm going to press return on that. It's saying it's going to replace it with this one. So, and I'm pressing F8 to flash slot, which is Shift and F7, and off it goes. I think Lydon's typing in something now. Maybe I can put this thing on top, always on top, the camera. All right, then I can sort of see what. How about I just take a screenshot of this thing so I don't have to keep going back and forth. Do I have a screenshot taking thing? Yeah. All right, take a custom screenshot. Yeah, that way I can keep track of you guys in your chat. And just, all right, I'll go down to the bottom and see what's going on there. Let this thing flash the core. Ah, okay, all right, yeah, no problems. Okay, all right, cool. All right, so I'm going to go back to my screenshot. So yeah, here we are flashing slot 0, so we're up to this step here. So yeah, I've tried my best to convey that, but probably it would have been better if I put, yeah, the 0.95 core into slot 0, and yeah, guys had seen the transition that way. But anyway, someone else can give that a try next time. All right, it's finished successfully. I'm just going to press a key, and so slot 0 is updated. I probably want to update slot 1 with the same thing as well, so maybe I'll do the same thing, control 1, and I'm going to press F3 to load the core, and it's in the core directory again, so I'm going to press F7, and I'm going to back in the root directory again and press return. Here it is. I'll do Shift and F7 for F8 to flash the slot. So that's just for my needs, so I'll put it in slot 1 as well. Let it do its thing. You should have interrupted flashing, powering off. Oh, okay, let's do that. Yeah, okay. All right, I'm going to power off. I'm going to do, I'm going to ruin. Which one have I? Oh, I've ruined slot 1. Oops, maybe I shouldn't have done that. I should have done it for flashing 0. Anyway, okay, I'll do power on, no scroll. Now my slot 1 should be broken, I imagine. Maybe I can confirm that. It's broken, yeah. Oh, it's not broken, is it? On cart flash from the 26th. Oh, it didn't break it yet. Maybe I was lucky. But I think what Ludon was saying, I should try and break slot 0. All right, no scroll, power on. All right, we're covering maybe. All right, we'll reflash slot 0 then and try and break it. I don't know if we can break it now because, I don't know, maybe. Let's see. No, you interrupt before flashing start. Okay, yeah, no harm done. All right, anyway, all right, I'll try. Mega key and comma key at the same time. We get this warning about replacing slot 0. I'll type confirm. Okay, I'm going to replace with a load core, F3. It's in the, whatchamacallit, in the core directory. I'm going to press F7 to go back to the root directory. I'll pick this return. I'll press Shift and F8. Wait until the first part is erased. Oh, so this is erase, is it? Okay, well, okay. Maybe you guys ping me when you feel like I should power off and break slot 0. Okay. Now? No. Wait till the first sector turns red. Okay. Oh, so each of these are sectors? Each character is a sector? Alright, so now power off? I'm guessing so? Okay, I'm guessing so. Alright, so now I'm going to power on without doing the no scroll thing. I get the blue flashing indicator lights on my mega65 telling me that slot 0 is broken, and it will jump to slot 1 soon, I hope. If I haven't broken slot 1. Oh, each character is 64k. Okay, gotcha. Okay, wait a bit more. Alright, it's gone green, the light, so hopefully it's going to slot 1 now. Yay, okay, I'm in slot 1. So the idea being that this to get Mega Flash again. Oh, I was meant to press, okay. So I should let the blue lights flash and then hold down no scroll while they're flashing so that when slot 1 powers up, we get into its Mega Flash menu. Alright, let's do that again. So I'll power off, power on and hold down no scroll. Okay, we'll just wait a minute. Just for the record, I don't think these are steps within this page, but I think this is just further steps lydon's providing on for folks that want to test the breaking of slot 0 and how to salvage that sort of situation, just so you know, we're not looking at steps here, I believe. So, okay, so we're in here now, and the hope would be we're in slot 1. If I press help, I'm assuming we're still in slot 1. But the hope would be that you could then press the mega key and comma key and now replay your slot 0 if it ever breaks. So you would type confirm. Oh, I typed it wrong. Mega comma CONFIRM return F3 to load core. I'll switch from core folder to root folder. That's just a mistake on my side for making an empty core folder, but if you're not making a core folder, this won't happen to you. Press return to use this core, and then flash the slot with shift and F7 or F8. Okay, oops. Now you should press, no, yep. This is why it's important to have the new core in slot 1 so you can flash. Yeah, okay, so that's why we want to get the new core in slot 1 to help with repairing slot 0 if it ever gets broken. Okay. Can't see help in which slot you... Oh, okay. So I can't use help to detect which slot Mega Flash is running from. Okay. Maybe I got the wrong impression. Alright, no problem. So yeah, this is just a walkthrough of repairing of slot 0 if it ever gets broken. Alright. Okay. So hopefully slot 0 is okay now. If I were to power off and power on again, I hopefully won't get the blue flashing lights anymore. And it powers straight up to slot 1 with its slots. Okay, you can only guess by comparing slot 0 version against the Mega Flash version. Okay, fair enough. So from here, alright, now that maybe I should give this a try. With JTAG, put core on SD card into core directory. Oh, so it's specifically in the core directory this time. And push bit to your mega65 with the M65 tool -Q, holding down no scroll. Okay, so this, okay, so I've got the JTAG. We've already put the core in. Oh, I haven't put it into the core directory though. So maybe let's try that. I'll use the mega65 tool. I'll just quit that and jump back in. Oh, I'll start it up again. I'll have to, on the mega65 side, I'll use the special shortcut to enable Ethernet, shift and pound key, my LED light starts flashing yellow and green as an indication it's enabled. mega65 FTP. From which place is the bitstream in? Okay. Alright, we're in. Okay, so this time sorry, sometimes my headset turns off. So this time I'll go into the core directory. I believe that's the file I want to. I don't think we've got any move commands as yet, do we? Not yet. So I'm just going to copy it across again. I'll say put that file into this core folder. Again, it's pretty fast. Happy with that. So yeah, this using the Ethernet version of mega65 FTP is -E, but once we move to the JTAG of this next step, we're not going to use the -E anymore. We'll use -L. Okay. Alright, so if I dir there, we've got that core file in that core directory on the SD card. So I'll just quit that. And what should I do next? So according to the steps, we've done that. Push your bit to your mega65 with M65Q. Alright, I'm not sure how new or old my M65 tool is. There's an M65 tool here. Does my one have a Q? This. Yeah, it does. Bit only. Alright, move the bit only. It does. Alright, let's see if it works. And all else, there's also Windows driver stuff to wrestle with, but I think I've got the right driver, the Zadig WinUSB driver. Or do I? No, maybe I don't. I swapped it back to the FTDI driver. Yeah, depending on. I know. Was that on a different laptop? Maybe. Let me check. Device manager. Which driver's in here? On the ports? No, not there. Where is it? Is it plugged in? Oh, it's not plugged in. Sorry, I'll plug it in. But my JTAG is plugged in. Now on ports, I've got a COM19, but maybe I'll view the containers. This arrow USB container. There's COM19, and there's also, what's this thing? Driver. Microsoft driver. It's the FTDI driver. Okay, so I'm going to need the Zadig driver, the WinUSB, okay, to use this M65 tool. Maybe just to share the, auto discover verb. Okay, let's try. M65, auto discover verbose, FTDD, DI, okay, yep, alright, so we'll go into Zadig. That's a tool you can download online. Maybe to share the backstory on why I'm jumping between two different drivers. The M65 tool uses the Zadig's WinUSB driver to push the bit streams across, whereas if you use Vivado from the Xilinx Vivado thing, it uses the FTDI driver. So I find depending on and these devices aren't showing it, you go to options, list all devices, and here there's the arrow. I believe it's the interface 0, and we want to move that from FTDI bus to use the WinUSB. Fingers crossed. Actually, we should probably see it. Oh yeah, it is failing, so yeah, so replace driver. And don't do it on the interface one. On the interface one, we leave that as the FTDI driver. Oh yeah, with release mega. Yeah, I think the only reason why Vivado approaches on my radar is because I've got a dev kit, and just thinking of the perspective of dev kit owners, they won't be able to use the new Mega Flash yet because it's tailored towards the QSPI of the new Mega 65s, including the batch 1, batch 2, and batch 3. But yes, the dev kits had a different QSPI on them, which you can flash via Vivado with the FTDI driver. So it's an alternate pathway for dev kit owners. In the interim, while you can't use Mega Flash, you can use Mega 65 FTP has a flashing mechanism which sort of defers to Vivado to do flashing to any slot you like. But anyway, that's a sidetrack thing. Um, okay, so that drive is installed. So let's do that auto discover thing again. Maybe it's a bit more aware. All right, this is a bit better. Found something. All right, I think we're good. So if we were to do the queue thing, and we feed it the bit streams. Okay, so maybe I do dir.bits. So the last bit of that E7, E1, I guess we take that one. We do, and according to the instructions, maybe I should bring this up a bit. That's better. M65-Q and feed it that bit stream. Are you currently working on a yeah, I've got both. I've got a dev kit in the bedroom and I've got a release machine in the living room. So yeah, right now I'm working on the release machine. That's why you saw all the Mega Flash working. And I'm also trying to how you say empathize with dev kit owners that want to flash as well. So yeah, but right now I'm on a release machine. What batch 1, batch 2 people haven't. And yeah, so all right, let's try this M65-Q. So we'll push this bitstream across. Let's see what happens. All right, so this is a temporary push of any bitstream you like. So once you power off and on again, this bitstream will disappear, but just for while it's powered on, you can push any bitstream you like. Okay. Oh, but then you have to hold down no scroll as well. Ah, so the idea is you push this newer bitstream. Okay, I see now. So I would, while this is pushing, I'll hold down the no scroll so that when this newer bitstream is finished uploading, all right, you have started this bitstream via JTAG. Launching other cores has been disabled. Press any key to continue. Oh, okay. All right. So from this point, can I do the mega comma trick? Mega comma. I can. All right. So what this pathway is trying to say is that if you're a lucky JTAG owner, then instead of having to flash slot 1 first with the newer core, you don't have to. You can just copy the core across and then temporarily push the newer bit stream with the no scroll key down and then flash the core into slot 0 from. So yeah, I guess JTAG owners have a little bit of an extra win over non-JTAG owners. They have to, non-JTAG owners have to flash slot 1, get that ready with the newer Mega Flash, and then from that position they can update slot 0. But JTAG owners can kind of skip that part. Alright, I gotcha. Alright, so anyway, let's do it again just to confirm we can do it the JTAG way as well. Alright, so we are in our temporary, maybe I should, yeah. Okay, load core, F3, enter, return, sorry, and then shift and F7 for F8 to do the flashing. Okay, that's a confirmation that this is working as well, the JTAG way. Alright, at least we kind of covered the no JTAG way a bit, the JTAG way. I'm not familiar with auto bring up, but maybe I can, once this, we can leave it there if you like, because yeah, maybe it's too much of a mental load to cover too much ground. um, yeah. All right, so yeah, I think that's enough for tonight. Just if folks want to try it the JTAG way, if they've got a JTAG, or the no JTAG way, if they don't have a JTAG, they can try it. And if I was a bit confusing on the no JTAG way, then hopefully someone can make a better video where they start off with the 0.95 core and upgrade to 0.96. Yeah. All right, so yeah, that at least is a sign that yeah, we can upgrade slot 0 the no JTAG way or the JTAG way, and that's working fine. All right, I'll leave it there, and yeah, we can try push on with other tests beyond that. All right, thanks for tuning in. I'll just kill off the stream.